In the words of StreamYard, it's showtime. How is it going, y'all? Hopefully, it's been a bit, so hopefully my setup is working and correct. Let me know if the audio is off. I don't really remember the settings that I would use before. So I just clicked a bunch of things on StreamYard. I don't know. Um, but I'm kind of excited to be back. Kind of nervous for like the first live stream back. I've been gone for a couple months, paused Patreon and everything, uh, just so I could basically focus on work. I was like not doing much with the channel because I had so much with work going on. So felt better to just make an official pause. So I'm excited to be back. And right when I came back, it's almost time for the final four games, and my Gamecocks, the women's team, is going to be playing on Friday against Nick's alma mater, NC State, who both men's and women's are in, which is insane. So we're going to be a bit of a house divided if you can make it home from work in time to watch the game. But super fun to be back. How's it going, y'all? Start saying hello to people in chat. What is up? Miracle Martinez. Wepa! Let's go Gamecocks. And my shirt does say Go Cox. Hard to see, but it does. This is a pretty old shirt from back when I was still at the university. Let's see. What's up, Top Dog? I keep meaning to message you about I have like an empty stag bottle, and I didn't know if maybe you would want it for like your lamps and stuff. So I need to message you about that. But if you heard that, let me know if you want that, and I can just ship you an empty bottle. What is up, Christine Vesco? How's it going? Women's Final Four and Solar Eclipse. That's right. Yeah. Are the games going to be in Cleveland? Actually, didn't look to see where the next set of games is going to be. I think the last ones were in Albany. Before that was Portland. I don't remember. What is up, Slapshot? How's it going, buddy? Tim Corney, how you doing? We've got Pours in the Park coming up in August, so the tickets are finally on sale. So I'm gonna buy my tickets for that very soon, so that I can go see all my peeps again. Of course, Hammy, my dog, needed to go to the vet for a bit of a small emergency. She's fine this week, but we're waiting on the next paycheck. So what is up, Chris? I've not drank that yet. I told you I would let you know. So like this break is kind of included. I mean, I've drank some, but mostly Knob Creek. Just little things that I already knew I liked and stuff. Haven't been digging deep into my samples yet, but soon. Tater Dom, how's it going? Cheers, buddy. Awesome to see you. Okay, cool. Is it the women's or the men's? No, I'm just grilling you, Christine. Nick is trying to check in from work. Thanks, babes. Hello. I hope you're ready for the Wolfpack to lose terribly to the Gamecocks on Friday. I'm super stoked. All right, cool. And then people, hey, Sugar Kitty, shimmy and a purr. People saying hi to each other and stuff. So we'll go ahead and get started on this Final Four. So I am gonna kind of do it as like two against each other, and then those two, so like a bracket. Like the Final Four per se. Somehow my Knob Creek, like regular Knob Creek 9-year 100 proof go-to control bourbon that I have a 1.75 liter bottle of is missing. Like it should be like just around half full, and it's just missing, and I have no idea where it is. So apparently I have to get a different bottle that I can hide from Nick or something, because I think he hid it from me. So I'm drinking Cooper's Craft as my control bourbon tonight because I dig it. And I already refilled. And it's still not available in Utah, but I think we picked this up last time we were in Colorado. Teach is the one who hooked me up with this the first time. And I was just like, oh my God, how is this so good? And it's such a good price. So a solid substitute tonight for Knob Creek. So what is up, Bourbon Whiskey Uncensored? How's it going, buddy? Or has it been drank? I'm telling you, it's a 1.75 liter. That would have been Alcohol poisoning. That thing disappeared from the last time I saw it. Um, all right. So I'm gonna set up the bracket. I used to be doing D&D with Whiskey Dictionary on Monday nights. That has ended, sadly. So I'm putting my dice to good use to set up the initial side by sides. So I've got like the numbers. So basically, like 1 through 5 is assigned to one glass, 6 through 10, 11 through 15, 16 through 20, sort of deal to try and set up the bracket. Basically, really, I only have to roll it twice, hopefully, unless it's in the same number range. It'll make sense in a second. So it's my gorgeous face. Eh, this one's hard to. There you go. It's got like liquid resin on the inside, so it's really pretty. Just know that it's really pretty. That's all you need to know. All right. So the first one is number 8. All right. That's going to be in the A matchup, I guess. And so the other one in the A matchup is number 2. All right. So we only did need 2 rolls. Got my little dice tray and everything. Got to put them to use somehow. So I'm being nerdy about it. Yes, now it is safe. D&D will not get in the way of all of us hanging out. It's kind of shitty timing. Just drink. Oh, nice. Oh, that's pretty cool with Ernie Brewbaker. That's badass. Taste and Sensibility. One of your bottles is in here. Let me reveal that matchup. And it works out because they're already kind of split side by side. And I created a banner to make it a little easier during the stream. If you can make out what the glass is, the banner will help. Oh, I should have made it like whatchamacallit, a ticker. Definitely what I meant to make it as. Scroll across bottom as a ticker. There we go. And banner. Yeah. No? Okay, we're not doing that. Sorry. There we go. Dave. All right. There we go. Okay. Get this thing started. A few minutes in, and we've got 3 rounds technically. Shit. To do. So the first matchup is going to be Stag 20. I was going to say junior, but it's not junior. Stag 23C and versus Kentucky Owl Batch 10. So the Stag is in the live wire glass. The Kentucky Owl Batch 10, had I been smarter, I would have put it in the Storytime glass because it was Shane Long from Storytime who gave me this bottle after an awesome Alzheimer's fundraiser. But it is in the Women of Whiskies glass, which works out because I get to do my Alzheimer's fundraiser at the Davillars, which is super awesome. And then the second matchup will be this really good ECBP 8-year pick that I got. We got like a couple years ago, when the picks first started coming out and everything. And it's actually like really good. They had a 10-year pick also, but the 8 year is definitely better. Like we immediately went back and got another bottle. I think this is the second bottle. But super good. I was trying to keep my matchups within, a fairly close proof range. Initially, the ones I was grabbing, I was like, oh shit, this is like a 120 proof against a 139.6 proof or whatever. Kind of difficult. So that sort of honed in the range here. So that ECBP will be against Little Book Chapter 3, which Taste and Sensibility sent me. He had sent me a sample. I freaking loved it. It's one of the best things I've ever had. So he actually sent me the rest of his bottle. So I've got a little bit of that poured in this bubble bath blend. So first matchup though is going to be Stag 23C. So that's 125.9 proof. That is against my signed, what's his name? Dixon Deadman. I always want to call him Dead Dixon, and that's not right. Dixon Deadman, signed by him. And then also a bunch of the guys when we all got to meet up, and Shane brought me this bottle. So that's a Kentucky Owl Bourbon Batch 10, which is 120.2 proof against 125.9 proof. So, okay. So yeah, I'm going to know what's in my glasses. It's not going to be blind. When you're watching a March Madness game, you know who's on the court. So I felt like that made sense and made it easier. Hey, what's up, Amy Bohm? Are you going to be rooting for the North Carolina team on Friday? Because if you are, I'm sorry, because the Gamecocks are going to destroy them. Oh. uh, okay. Can you talk to the franchise about this? Since you had a sample the other year, and I have no idea. They freaking loved it, and I'm so glad they freaking loved that 1795. That was like, I still have that picture where I got to just like hold the bottle. It's so amazing. That stuff is so good. So I'm glad that they loved their prize that Chris donated in the Alzheimer's fundraiser. Not last year, the year before. Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, last year. Yep, yep, it was last year. Okay, along with the stack match one. Trying to keep track of it all can be difficult. So Lilton's still in bed. Oh no! Oh, I hope she starts feeling better. That's fucking sucky. Uh, go. Good luck with that. You know you're gonna be crying on Friday. Although I am rooting for Wolfpack in the men's, I will say. Predicting a little bit, yeah, like I had to have some Gene Bean. Gene Bean. Jim Beam. I haven't even drank much yet. Jim Beam representation in here. So that was my Cooper's Craft since I can't find my now creek. But I was excited at the last second. I remembered to go grab these. My like and subscribe sign. The OG, especially since it was like my return with the channel. And then the one that the awesome Shayla bot made me from Whiskey Central. So if you haven't hit that like button, please do so. And if you haven't subscribed or you know anybody that hasn't subscribed, you should send it to them so that they can subscribe and we can get to 2K. So I'm going to start. I've got content filmed. I've halfway done editing a new video. So should be out before the Final Four game. So I don't know if y'all just heard that, but my dog just let out the longest fart. But normally noisy means not going to smell, hopefully. Really, just because you have a bandage on your leg does not mean you get to fart it up in here. All right. Won't smell anything yet, so that's a good sign. I do have it. I do have it. I keep saving these things for like special, like, when it's something like that, especially like I don't want to just like casually, randomly drink it. Like it'd be like a reward. If so, during this break, my lab and I submitted 2 papers for publication to a super top tier journal. So if those get sent for review, that will be a good time for me to celebrate by drinking some of these pours. So the break from Whiskey Tube was much needed and went to good use. I'm very, very excited for these. All right. Also excited for this matchup. Okay, we got the Stag and the Kentucky Owl. Oh, this is going to be hard. Let the silence sit in. It feels too quiet. This is more fun to do when there's somebody else to talk while you're just zeroing in. Definitely getting like a sweeter, but not quite the bubblegum note from the Stag. They both smell good, but they're not like, I swear I don't smell a fart or anything. She didn't fart me out of house and home this time. But like they're just not hitting me strong. Like I'm not getting a ton of nose like power, I guess. Which batch? It is the batch 10 bourbon. So, and I think it's the last one that Deadman Dixon worked on. His name like is so hard for me. All right, let's sip these. Fuck the nose. Oh, maybe my Patreon. So I'm gonna do a Patreon giveaway because I've restarted Patreon. Like near the end of the stream. I was thinking about either going and getting a bottle of Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond. Already checked the app. They've got it in stock all over. Or I just thought about it. Maybe I could send somebody like 1 ounce sample flight of all these pours. Yeah, I have enough. Of all these pours, and they can do their own final format. It could be fun. I don't know. But it's also fun to get a whole bottle. So I don't know. I'll let the person decide. How about that? Uh, that seems more fair. Okay, Stag was good, but didn't like quite blow me away or anything. I'm telling you, not having Knob Creek as my control bourbon's throwing me. Mm, whoa. Okay, just kidding. That Kentucky Owl just hit with like just so many layers of complexity, you know? Uh, oh my gosh, like you immediately got the oak, but it just like rolled so well with like the cinnamon and you know, like really classic bourbon notes, but still complex and just it was really good. I poured a half ounce of each of these. I don't know if that'll make it for the top, but we'll see. um, oh, just based on those first sips, I'm gonna drink them backwards order. So this is that Kentucky out. Nick had this in a or poured this not in a blind flight, but just poured it blind the other day. Oh, and it lingers. I'm telling you, the finish lingers. And it was funny because it was just out of nowhere. And I was like, whatever this is, it's really good. Like it just has complexity. Like it grabs your attention. Always my thing. Like I want a whiskey that grabs my attention. This does, and it lingers and it lingers. Also, I feel like I acknowledge the comment, but not the person. Freaking egg roll. Well, the dog. Egg roll. What is up? Egg roll and your papa, Dan. Hope y'all are doing good. I did not catch your video the other day. I need to see what's going on, but I hope y'all are doing well. So, Chris, have the dates been posted for that? I don't know. Um, oh, I don't know. We will try. I don't know for sure. My mom's also wanting to do a road trip, and I also have a job that expects me to show up. So I'm not quite sure even how to fit in this road trip she wants to do. She retired. I didn't. So, right. Black Bourbon family, how is it going? Ah, I miss you. I hope you are rocking it. Um, now I know you're a football guy, but are you a basketball guy too? Have you been watching the Final Four? And have you been watching the women's Final Four? That's the only one I've been really paying attention to. Let's be honest, because I'm a Gamecock, so and our men were gone in the first round. But they made it to the dance. So, hey, Stacy's here. Okay, I need to revisit the stag, make a decision on. Oh, now that bubblegum note just popped out. Whoa, I was kind of surprised at that earlier that I didn't get that at all. Now it just popped out. I did just try to. I did pour them like a half hour before the stream in the hopes of letting them open up and everything. Often I feel like these really good ones just taste better and better, you know, as they like sit in the glass. So, ooh, that came off so much better that time, but also goes away very quickly. I feel like this is it's solid. It's good stag. I mean, it's stag. Like, who's gonna be mad at stag? Um, but it's like very on profile. You know that bubblegum is the big note I always get. Like that's sweet, but when I want something more desserty and I don't want to go weeded, so I'm not going Weller, then and I want to treat myself, then Stag Journey is like the perfect pour. Um, wow. But it doesn't linger and it doesn't have like a lot of layers to it. Super good, but not a lot of layers. I think we're honing in on who's the likely winner. I'm going to take one more sip of the other one. But let's be honest, I think we know. Stacy, did you just say go Iowa? Uh, mm, Nope. Nope. We're, we're going to be fighting. We're going to be fighting. I don't want that for us, Stacy. How are you gonna do this to me? I'm so over Caitlin Clark. Ugh, no. Give me my entire the real USC, you know, the one that's in the Final Four, not the one that lost it. Um, give me my whole Gamecocks team all day. And Dawn Staley, are you kidding? Boss ass bitch. Like she needs to do like a camp for adults that we could go to. I would go to that. I feel like we would all become better people. Okay. It just has so much more going on. It's so good. It's just such a ride. I love it. It's got definitely much more spice. It's not quite like the tannin thing of oak, not quite citrus, but like another but good sharper note so that it's not at all coming off real sweet. So I think Kentucky Owl is going to make it to the championships. So we're going to circle that in blue so that it contrasts and I can easily spot it. Um, sorry, Stag. You did. Ooh, maybe I'll do a blend at the end of like the runner ups kind of thing. Okay. Uh oh no, et tu, Brute? Not you too. Come on. No. No. Gamecocks all the way. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're all gonna be sad later on. Oh, I would love it if my Gamecocks beat Caitlin Clark. I mean, I'm hoping she loses this next round to begin with, but if not, that's okay. My Gamecocks are gonna take down Wolfpack. Sorry, babes. Sorry, Nick. But house divided on Friday. It's gonna be so much fun. There will be alcohol. Um, okay, so now for the next matchup. So in the Storytime glass, we have this ECBP 8-year pick from Utah that legit I thought was really, really good. I initially wanted to put I've still got some ECBP C920, but the proof was just a bit too high, I felt like, for this whole range. That is my all-time favorite. And I'm not saying this quite competes with C920, but it was a solid, solid pour at like within this proof range. So I thought it would be a good representation. And then of course, I love this thing. Y'all, if you see this and it's not like an insane price, like please let me know. It's Little Book Chapter 3. I'm so freaking lucky that Taste and Sensibility is just like the kindest person. And after I was obsessed with it when he gave me a sample, he gave me the rest of his bottle. Um, but like this just got to be one of the best pours I've had. So I'm excited to see how it does in this. Having said that, okay. So Utah pick. Utah can pick an ECBP. Utah can pick an Old Forester, single barrel proof. Surprisingly, like most of the time, those are hot. Utah picked a great one. Can't pick a Knob Creek to save its life. Thanks, Utah. They've only done it once, but it wasn't great. Okay. Yeah, Jim Beam. The ECBP is just coming off a lot sweeter. Kind of like how like that Buffalo Trace compared to Kentucky Owl. For me, the sweeter ones are a mood. Hams, please don't knock everything over. That was Hammy saying hello with a little bandage foot. Please don't break everything. Oh, that one is good though. Definitely getting. Maybe it's because I know it's ECBP, so I'm like kind of looking for like the cherry nuttiness that I get from it, but definitely more on that heaven note. Note. Doing a quick refresh. Need music or somebody else to yap. Oh, shit. May have put my nose in a little too far on that round. Okay, so I've smelled them enough. What is up? A spirited life. How's it going? All right. If you're rooting for Iowa, you have to leave. Just kidding. Don't leave, Stacy. But I'm still mad at y'all. Come on. Not even a little bit of you is like excited for the Gamecocks. Come on. What is this? ECBP. In my Storytime glass. Storytime Distillery, run by Shane Long for the most part. All right, good. It's hard because it's coming after like Stag and Kentucky Owl. So that alone. But honestly, still quite good. I tell you, I was very surprised at that awesome pour. Also, if you couldn't, you probably can't see, but I'm using my little awesome flight board that has been around for the channel. I brag about it like every time, but I love it from my whiskey lab. Okay, and now for the Little Book chapter 3. Also, Little Book is just the cutest name. Like, come on. And then chapter 3 was the one where basically it was like 9 or 10-year-old. I think it was all 9 to 10 years old. But of their like Knob Creek, uh, maybe Booker's, no Baker's, Basil Hayden's. It was just like a blend of all their like best bourbons kind of thing. And then, some unique blend, the cream of the crop, clearly. And I've had a couple of the other little books, and they try to keep doing like weird things with them. We have a bottle of chapter 7. It's very rye forward to me, which other people love it, probably for that reason. Not my jam. Excuse me while I burp. But the chapter 3 is where it's at. I think chapter 4 had the brown rice whiskey in it or whatever. Not my jam. Kind of funky, kind of fun, but for that much money, I want it to taste a lot better. All right. Oh, it wasn't showing me the new comments. My bad. The only, of course, your frozen ones. Me. I mean, I know next to nothing about hockey. Pretty much nothing. Okay. Going in for the little book. Ooh. Ooh, mama. Hitting with a little bit more of a punch. Definitely hitting different. Oh, hey, what's up, Bourbon Engineer? Now I just like need people to come in and say like which team they have, at least for the women's. If they have a team, uh, winning the whole thing. So you got Gamecocks versus NC State, and then Iowa versus UConn. I think, yeah, UConn. And then the men's. I think I wrote it down somewhere. Alabama versus UConn, and NC State versus Purdue. So it's nuts. The NC State, Nick's alma mater, the real USC Gamecocks is my alma mater. But Nick's alma mater is in both Final Fours. Like there was a few years ago where it was that way for the Gamecocks. It was pretty awesome. So he's going to be excited all weekend long. What is up? Okay, looks like I am caught up. All right. So if y'all had these 4 pours in front of you, so I got like so much Cooper's Craft. I have a little bit of that. Which one would you bet on winning the championship, like for yourself? I feel like I have a bet for me, but I don't know. So we've got Stag Junior, Stag 23C. We have I need Kentucky Owl, Bat 10, bourbon, a Deadman Dixon, not Dad Dixon. Dixon Deadman. Fuck. Whatever his name is, the Deadman guy. Is his name even Dixon? Or did I just make that up? Founder C.M. Deadman. Boy. Don't come to me for the info. Anyways, we have got one of those. We have an ECBP pick. So if you had like a really solid ECBP pick, words are hard. I'm clearly not used to talking out loud as much. Been in the lab too much. Versus Little Book Chapter 3, which was basically Jim Beam's like star bourbons blended together into a star blend that is delicious. So excited, must be drinking Yingling all night, right? Oh, wait. He would if he could. I'm trying to remember, did we find some in Puerto Rico? Nick, if you're still around, did we find Yingling in Puerto Rico? No, we did not. We looked, but they did not. You drank Medalla, which is just Puerto Rico's like shitty beer. It's fine. We're not known for beer. It's basically like Bud Light, but it's whatever. Yeah, Nick very much wishes that we could get some Yingling here for the games this upcoming weekend. But all right. So which would be You're winning. Okay, yes, Dixon Deadman. Does it say that on the bottle though? It's not like you can read anybody's signature, so that's not a thing. I know he's like super famous. He went off and started 2XO, made what is it, Phoenix and something else. Um like I know he's terrific at blending these and everything, but his name just messes me up every time. That's what it was. You found it at the airport. I knew you found it somewhere during that trip. So we went to Puerto Rico in February. It was awesome. After that, I re-dyed my hair purple or had it done professionally. I did not do it. So kind of hard to tell, especially when you're wearing a Gamecocks hat. But what is up, Women of Whiskeys? How you doing, Michelle? They are going on later tonight doing a round of Buffalo Trace, right? So, um, like Rock Hill Farms and stuff, like some low prefer buffalo. Is that right? I'm making that up. But I do have a meeting in the morning. Meeting slash somebody's teaching me how to do analysis. So I don't know how late I'll be staying up, but Buffalo Trace Mash Bill 2. There we go. Which I used to know. Every now and then I would like try to study up on these things. And I used to know which ones were which because I remember seeing that Eagle Rare was not in it. So that must be Mash Bill 1. So remind us what's in Mash Bill 2. I've got Stag over here. I think I saw Rock Hill Farms on the thing. Ying Truck makes the rounds here every week. Ugh, that is so cruel. You are so cruel. All right. Let me go back to sipping back and forth between my ECBP and my Little Book Chapter 3. On both. Oh, man. That hits really well now. I think I went back and had a little sip of Cooper's Craft and took a little break between. I'm telling some of these ECBP picks are absolutely stellar. Like that 8-year pick. We also got Utah's 10-year pick, and it was not as good as the 8-year pick. So it's where I'm kind of like, age isn't necessarily everything. I forget how the proofs compare on them, but they're not like a huge difference. This ECBP is, like I said, it's an 8-year pick, and it's 125.2, and it has a whole lot of cork sediment in it. I just noticed. I doubt y'all can see that, but no. Let's see. Doubt it. Maybe, maybe. Can you see it? No. That would be a no. Nice try. Oh, maybe. Anyways, as fascinating as the sediment is, 125.2 proof. And that's going up against Little Book Chapter 3's 122.6 proof. So try to really keep these picks to be, the choices for this matchup to be within a small range. All right. That ECBP hit really nicely, though. If it wasn't against the Little Book, it might just stand a fair chance. So, quick reminder, if you haven't yet, make sure you hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed or you know anybody who hasn't subscribed, it is finally warming up. I'm very excited. Just maybe this weekend I can go out on the trail, take a bottle, have a look at the weather, but I have a bottle in mind that I might pick up if it is going to be nice. But I'll have a video out before that. It'll be an at-home video, the boring kind. Much prefer the trail videos. Okay, now for the Little Book Chapter 3. Oh, there's almost like a butteriness to it. Like it has that nice like Jim Beam nuttiness and everything. I need to eat. Here we go. Women of Whiskeys. What's all the ones in Mash Bill 2? It has that nice Jim Beam nuttiness, as you'd expect, because it is such a like fabulous blend of all the solid Jim Beam bourbons. This is Chapter 3, but it's also got this I think it's like the texture that really makes the difference and makes it kind of shine compared to just like a really great Knob Creek pick or something. I mean, it's funny, like it even has like aged Basil Hayden's in here. I don't know what Basil Hayden's normally comes out as far as age, but having said that, we have a little bit of time. Nick asked me to bring this up. I did not bring a Glen for it, but maybe I'll try it afterwards. We'll see. It's pretty low proof, so I should have started with it, but I forgot about it, to be honest. But he just picked up the High West Boo Rye, which I believe in this year is a Utah only thing, which is kind of cool for us, but kind of sucks just for everybody else. But we've picked up a couple bottles for some friends that we're working on packing up and everything. For hand delivery when we see them. But we actually got to visit the High West Distillery pretty recently with so Adam of Livewire got married, and so Mike Stahl was down in town. The Iats were down in town. And so we all went up to the distillery. Unfortunately, Mike's wife Frankie could not make it, but uh, we're hoping to see her this summer. So, um, but that was my first distillery tour. I live in Utah, so uh, it was super freaking cool. I was very much nerding out and like asking all the questions, sort of thing. But it was pretty cool. They also have this High West Bottom Bond rye. It's a rye. Everybody kept giving me looks every time the guy said something, and I'm like, I'm trying to be good here and not diss their stuff. But the High West Bottom Bond rye they sell at the distillery. I don't think it's even sold on the shelves here yet, but it's actually their first rye, at least, that's their own distillate, which is super, super freaking cool. Um, and Nick got like a couple bottles of those. He loves it. He's a big fan. It's like $80, I think. So, and then the Boo Rye has gone up in price. It's like 125. So maybe I'll try some later, but I know I've reviewed it before on the channel. It's still not their own distillate. I did just check earlier today. I think still the only things that are truly their own, like purely their own distillate, are the Bottom Bond Rye and they're like single malt whiskey, High Country. So okay, what's up, Steve Burkow? How's it going, buddy? The Boo Rye is the only High West I care for, other than the Boo Rye is the only one I care for. Period. As we know. I just can't even get into the midwinter, which works for Nick because he loves it. He loves Christmas, so it's perfect for him. Um, but and honestly, the Boo Rye, from what I remember before, I took it to Antelope Island, which is basically sticking out into the Great Salt Lake, and I camped there with it. I actually think I like it more outdoors than indoors, which is very rare with a whiskey because it can get so influenced. So, but I might have to take this one out. Okay. Oh, I'm going to sip these two real quick one more time and decide, and then I'm going to get back to the comments. See, now the ECBP has come off different every time. This time it came off sharper somehow. And it's like, what, 2.5 proof higher than the other one? I mean, I think we knew this. This ECBP truly is an excellent pick. Gives it a run for the money. But the Little Book Chapter 3 is obviously the winner. I mean, it's one of the best whiskeys, I'm sorry, like hands down, ever made. That I've had. Obviously, I was about to say I'm broke rats today. I'm not anymore. But I don't have like, top world whiskeys or whatever. But to me, my very biased Jim Beam loving opinion, it is one of the best. It's so good. Okay, so we have the ones going on to the tournament. So Stag 23C lost to the Kentucky Owl Bourbon Batch 10 by Dixon Dedman. I'm getting it. And then the Utah 8-year ECBP pick Though delicious and an excellent pick. Congratulations to Utah on that one. You failed at Knob Creek. um, has lost to the Little Book, chapter 3. So I'm going to actually pour those together, let those blend together for a bit, and see how that comes out. Do a little SJ in the words of the great ADHD whiskey. Freaking love him. There we go. And I think I do need to pour a little bit more. So I have my rusty measuring cup. What are we doing? We're doing Kentucky Owl. Talk about like number ones going in, and making it to the final, not a big freaking surprise. All right, we're gonna put another half ounce. Oh, is that a waste? Okay, Kentucky Owl goes in the Women of Whiskeys. This is my original Patreon member, Glenn. And then, look, these will get properly washed later. I'm allowed to lick the little measuring glass. Nobody else is drinking it. Okay, so we have in our final lineup, I'm gonna hide these. And it's kind of funny because in today's angle, you can see my little Star Trek poster. Started out with a little D&D dice and, including my poster. Probably going to pour a little bit less of my little book. And in a bit, maybe 10 minutes or so, I will do the Patreon drawing giveaway, and I'll give the winner basically the option to choose between a bottle of Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond. Unless I can think of something better around here, like within a reasonable price for me. Or the I'm gonna get together. My brain is so dead. I got very little sleep last night. Or a sample flight of my final 4 kind of thing. Okay. So we're back into this. And I just want to check something real quick because we're supposed to hear back, I thought, today about whether our paper. No. Okay. I was hoping for good news to be celebrating tonight, but all right. Boo Rye is the only High West. Yeah. Oh, did you pick it? I have not. So we discussed 2 different days. I need to talk with my mom about this idea of a road trip of when she wants to do. I think we're aiming for September, so that should leave July fairly open. But just a couple things first, but I should be able to finalize that with y'all in a couple weeks. But what we're finalizing is, so last year I got to go up to the Davillars, and Mike Stahl came down and Frankie for the Alzheimer's fundraiser. And so the Davillars are so freaking sweet and have allowed me to, or have invited me, and are just as excited, I think, to do the fundraiser again at their place. Which, like, I had a blast doing it there last time, so I'm super, super stoked for that. It's so much, like, it's already an amazing event, and then getting to share that with friends that you've made through this community is just, like, that much better. So, and then you get to hang out and celebrate with them afterwards, and, like, I don't know, it's really fun. So it, like, adds kind of a community aspect to it, sort of deal. So, but I think it's gonna be one of 2 weekends. I think we decided in July. You'll have some traveling that we're trying to make sure we work around too, and for it to not be too close to anything. But I'm so excited for that. I can't wait. It's my favorite thing. So big fan of High West. It's funny because I want to be, but I'm not a rye person. But it was super fun getting to visit, like, where they are. Nick, what's the name of the guy? The tour guy? The one who does the driving? Ed? Is it Ed? He was great. Like, everything about it was awesome. And we got to, during their tasting, I got to try their cask strength bourbon, which of course is the only thing that they don't sell there, and it's only sold at like Costco's in California or something. And of course, it's the only thing that I've like really, really liked from freaking High West. And I can't get it in Utah even. Apparently, it's just Costco's. I think it was in California. Um, yes. So I should have a date upcoming in the next few weeks for that. So, but I'm also very excited. So, as y'all know, I'll just give a little pitch before I do my side by side championship thing. Um, my research, my passion in life is Alzheimer's research. I do this fundraiser every year. And now that we are publishing these other two papers that aren't so much my project, but I've contributed a lot to, we are now pivoting into this deep focus on my project and punching up all the Alzheimer's stuff and hopefully a publication next year with Alzheimer's stuff. And then I can like go to like the major AAIC Alzheimer's conference and present my work there, which would just be insane. So truly taking off the past couple months is much needed for my work, but I love it. And thank y'all for making it like extra special and extra awesome and sharing it with me. So I'm getting all like worked up and excited. So we'll make it work. Y'all are freaking awesome. And I love y'all for it. So, I mean, I love y'all just in general, not just because of your hosting as for the fundraiser, but all the reasons. So, um, there's Doug. Doug, the little book chapter 3 is in the bubbles glass. So, and then I've got the Women of Whiskies glass, made it to the finale. All right. I'm gonna drink some water. Mr. Bill, that's his name. Nick has gone to the distillery a couple times. You get a park, and then you take like a bus up to the actual distillery. I think they just have limited parking. It's very like tight road. It's very much up in the mountains. And so Mr. Bill is like the bus driver guy, and he just like gives you all these like fun details about like the animals in the area and about High West and some of the history of the area and the distillery. He was just great, and he's fun. So good old Mr. Bill. I like High West. And I like that we have like a legit distillery in Utah. I just need more cask strength bourbon. So not that American prairie crap. Kind of saying on it. I love y'all. Best goes. Thank you. Yeah, I will like probably oh my god, it's already April. So probably in May I'll start, really posting stuff and pushing for stuff and asking for whatever donations people are able to give as far as bottles, as prizes kind of thing and be posting those links. I'm already like registered for the Alzheimer's Association fundraiser and everything. Um that's taken care of. They already like reached out. So they love what y'all are doing. I'm super excited to host friends and a great cause. Last year was a blast. Ooh, I don't like putting like a marked goal. I know like in some ways you should, but it makes me especially because like there's more and more fundraisers, on Whiskey Tube nowadays. So like people are trying to be generous and support in all kinds of ways. I just don't want to demand too much, but like it is very exciting every year. So super, super stoked. What is up, Tim Corn Michelle? Oh, my best. Yes, yes, they really freaking are. Like so freaking awesome and gung ho and supportive. And it's so great to get to share it with other people. Okay. I need to decide my finale and do the Patreon giveaway. And checking that I've hit all the things. Okay, yeah. Okay. Oh. That little book. Like, whatever happens, I will be saving. Well, I'll have both of these so that I still have some around after the Alzheimer's fundraiser. Because for me, that's like the ultimate celebration, like having pulled that off and doing it and just like the way the community comes together is just so freaking cool. So, but also weird because I don't tell anybody at my work about it. Oh, they both smell really good. Okay, so over here, Women of Whiskey's glass. I feel like I wrote that on there, but maybe I should have just used like colored glasses so it'd be easier to see. God, really? There we go. Women of Whiskey's original Patreon member. No, I don't have any nails. Don't come at me. I pick my nails. And then, so the Women of Whiskey's has the Kentucky Owl. And then Bubble Bath Bourbons has, which is my right, your left, uh, has the Little Book Chapter 3. It's just also, like, for me, a fun way to celebrate being back. Technically, I also, like, missed my channel anniversary, so I figure whenever we get to, 2K, and I'm gonna start creating content, it's getting warmer, so I can get out on hikes. Um, more of my work is turning into actual data to play with, which means basically means less 6 a.m. or like late night times in lab, more computer stuff. But that means I can coordinate more easily to do filming out on the trails and whatever. So very excited. Mm, okay. Oh, they both smell so good. All right. Oh, she punching. Here's that Kentucky owl. Just a freaking ride. I took one more tiny sip of it. Mm. I don't know what the Kentucky Owls have been since this is literally my only experience with Kentucky Owl. I had one with that's a lie. I had one with Mike Stahl. I forgot what it was though. Luckily he's not here, so he can't call me out on that. We filmed something together too, and I don't think he ever posted or edited or whatever. But um, I don't know what they've been like since this was while that Dixon guy was still there. I've drank more. His name's only going to get harder for me. So I don't know what has changed, but this is a Kentucky Owl bourbon, and damn, it's good. Okay, now for Little Book Chapter 3. Oh, she's so good. It's just like the perfect, almost like if you combine like a cream soda with peanut butter. I don't know. There's a texture to it that I love. You know how so for me, Weller 107 gives this kind of velvety texture that I freaking love. That's kind of what this is doing, this Little Book Chapter 3. But then it's like that Jim Beam nuttiness that I love. So it's just two beautiful things coming together and having a really sexy baby. No, having sexy time and then having a baby. I want a sexy baby. That's just weird. Uh, so good. So good is what I'm saying. Okay, let me, sorry. Cheers, Michelle. Your passion shines, glows when you talk about your work and your fundraising. Thank you. I really do love my job. It's so awesome. I get to do the dream. Kentucky Owl. Ooh, freaking amazing. The others were okay. Meister? 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 Is it a bourbon? Is it a boo rye? Is it a rye? What is it? What is that one? I don't know that one. Hey, soul sister. Hey, what's up, Captain Joe? I was just talking about how we went to the High West distillery and everybody else was in heaven. I like the cast strength bourbon. Okay, back to it. Side by side, 654. Imagine. Oh, normally I post everybody's links. You can tell it's been a while. Normally I post all the links. Imagine, um, Mash and Drum is going on in about 6 minutes. Let's be honest, 8 minutes. He, normally his like intro trailer thing takes a bit. And then at 11 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Pacific, is Women of Whiskies doing Buffalo Trace Mash Bill number 2, which will be fun. Maester. Collab with old and new blender. Maester. Oh, okay. I don't know that I've ever heard of that one. Again, I just normally Kentucky Owl is just sort of not in my realm of existence. This was very much a special surprise from Shane. So, okay. Decisions are being made. I'll do the Patreon giveaway. In fact, I'm going to pull that up I prepped the list while I was at work earlier. I'm just gonna randomize it just once. Random is random. Okay. And we have Doug H. Doug H is the winner. So I'm going to reach out to him and give him the option. So Doug Hoff of bottle, Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond. They can go pick up. Or 1 ounce sample flight of normally I do 2 ounces, but these are getting pretty low. So also I have a bunch of 1 ounce bottles and I don't have any 2 ounce bottles left. I can't even order them. So normally if I send out a sample flight to patrons, it is 2 ounces. Feeling a little guilty that this is going to be a 1 ounce one. But I'm getting a little low on some of these, so especially the little book, which is divine. All right. So, but congrats to Doug H. So I haven't seen him in chat tonight, but I will reach out to him and let him know. And I'm excited for that. Okay. Also, Christine Vasco, I saw you started running. Do you need an accountability buddy? Because I need an accountability buddy. And it's getting warm for hiking, and I need fitness for hiking. So if you need an accountability buddy, I got you. I'm interested. Okay, I'm not thinking about what's what. I'm just thinking about who I like more right now today. Who showed up to the Final Four championships to take down fucking Caitlin Clark, who might just go down in the Final Four and not even make it to the championship games. Come on. Christine Vasco, you do? Yes. Okay. I don't know why I say your last name as if there's a bunch of other Christines in the chat, but just in case. Okay. Message me. I need an accountability buddy very badly. One more second, and I'm gonna have to. This actually is very difficult because also it really does matter what you've drank before. The order you go. If you ever watch It's Bourbon Nights, where they do those blind, not blinds, but flight matchups kind of thing, and they'll do a bunch. They used to do a ton of them. It was super fun. And then they drink them out of order, and that part's edited and fast forwarded. It matters so much the order, and then when you change up the order, it can come out into something totally different. So, yes, okay, good. Let's message and make a system. We're gonna be freaking hiking beast mode bosses. Okay, we're gonna making it all the peaks. Doesn't matter. Either way, this is an excellent championship game. This is not one of those blowouts. It's not one of those games where it's like, one team has like a 30-point lead or whatever. This is where you've got lead change kind of thing. And you're just like biting all your nails off, like this. Because your Gamecocks keep being stupid. It's not gonna happen with NC State. Sorry, babes. Wolfpack's going down. Okay. It's very difficult for me to say because I had a favorite going into this. And I would have bet good money. I would have bet $100, which is good money, that the little book was going to win this. But I think right now, today, in this order, that actually the Kentucky out, which, it's like college basketball, right? Like the teams change every year. You're not going to get the same team ever again. Same deal. So I'm not trying to be a bitch. This was a gift. And I'm very blessed to have it. And I've gotten to share it actually with a good amount of people. And I was very, very excited about that. Kentucky Owl, I think, is winning the championships. We have our NCAA champion. Except not NCAA. 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 Dead. Whatever his name is. DD. So this is going to be my winner for the night. So It's got Dixon's signature and then a bunch of people's signatures from when we all got together and uh, popped this sucker open. So to celebrate my Alzheimer's fundraiser. So thanks to Shane. And then the runner up, very, very, very close runner up, was still, and I'm still saying this, if y'all see it, Little Book Chapter 3, and it's not like an inordinate price. Please message me. Like, even if you're not interested, message me. I love this stuff. It's amazing. So I don't know if anybody would see it, but if you did, and it wasn't stupid prices, um, stupid prices, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's the highest I would pay for that bottle. Not like 1,000, okay? We're not talking that. 1,000 is stupid pricing, okay? Way less than 1,000. Less than 500 for sure. Probably less than 300. Uh, but I'd pay stupid money for Little Book Chapter 3. So, super good shit. I just want another bottle on my shelf. I think it was like 120 when it like MSRP when it came out. I don't know what's reasonable to expect. I live in a control state. Everything's MSRP. So, but we have our winners. We have our Patreon giveaway winner. So I'm going to real quick. I'm going to try this blend. This is the runner up Stag and ACBP. Pretty good. Pretty good. Not like amazing, but pretty freaking solid, I would say. Um, so I also need let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Let's go Gamecocks! Cuídate, amiga. Dios te bendiga. Gracias, Miracle Martinez. I want to assume it's Milagro, but I don't want to like assume too much. So, but thank you. So actually, my husband, all went to Puerto Rico. Imagine Jump's probably starting. So feel free to go to there. But before you do, make sure you like and subscribe. So, but we went to Puerto Rico. It was my husband's first time beyond San Juan. And he got to meet my abuela who's there, who's just turned 92 years old, and she is still dancing. She's still flicking us off. She flicked us off so many times. It was hilarious. It was so freaking cute. She's shorter than me. I'm 4'9". She's 4'7". Um, and we had like the best time. So, but she also roots for Gamecocks, but also UPR, University of Puerto Rico, is also the Gamecocks. So I'm a like mega Gamecock fan. So, but anyways, I'm so glad to be back. Thank y'all for hanging out with me and everything. I will need to take care of my dog and whatever, but I'll jump into Mash and Drum chat for a bit, and probably Women of Whiskeys for a bit. Um, but expect a new video upcoming soon before the Gamecocks go on to the championships. Just saying it's happening, making it happen, manifesting, or whatever. All right, so I'm going to cheers you with the Kentucky Owl by that Dixon dude, whose name I cannot say. So, but I'm very excited to be back. Thank y'all so much for all your support. Totally appreciate it. Uh, 2 little books. I can see by their chapter 3. Yo, I'm good for it. So thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mila. I'm sorry. Can I just call you Milagro? Thank you so much. Friday night. Gamecocks. Go Cox. Salud, y'all.